Welcome to week 3 of a 4-week standard 1-month solo playthrough of Magic Realm using the Amazon and the second edition base rules. In between week 2 and this video, I did a little video recording some of my mistakes and omissions and clarifications. Since that time, I discovered I actually had one more, which was a very crucial mistake I made at the end of week 1, which kind of would have affected how I played week 2, and is definitely going to affect how I play out the last 2 weeks of this game. So what was that mistake that I made? On the end of the first week, when we had regeneration rolls that brought monsters and characters back to the setup card, the one monster roll that we had on day 7 was a 6, and what that means is these visitor and mission chits flip over to the other side. So at the end of week 1, after day 7, these mission chits should have looked like this. And what that means is there's no food and ale for me to go to and no escort party for me to pick up. And on day 14, the monster rolls were 1 and 5 and not 6, so they didn't flip back. So that's the mistake I made at the end of week 1. And I also made a strategic mistake at the start of the game when I placed these chits out in the first place. Normally what I do when I'm playing the Amazon, because it's important for her to get money early without having to fight, so she will run these, go kill the ghosts for 6 notoriety, and then use the notoriety to pick up the escort or the food and ale missions, make some money, go buy a better weapon, start taking out some monsters. That's the general plan. So to make that plan work, usually what I will do at the start of the game is I'll have if I have the escort party face up, I'll have the food and ale face down, or vice versa. And if the escort party's food and ale is up, I'll have escort party down. That way, if 6 is rolled on the monster roll and they flip over, I'll still always have one of these available. But unfortunately, I think I was just so excited to do a playthrough and hoping that maybe I'd get one of these too early that I made a mistake, and now it's come back to bite me because both of these are unavailable. So that sort of changes plans for me, because the first chance these are going to have to flip back again now is going to be on day 21, and that's only going to leave one more week. By then, it won't be worth, running them anywhere to get the money. So we're going to have to change up our plans and start taking a few more chances. I think the important part for me right now is to go to the house and get those 7-league boots from the patrol. And the reason I want those, in case you don't remember from the other, is not only will it give me a tremendous strength move chit that I can use to open the vault that the troll is guarding, but it also gives me an extra move phase. And when it goes with the stamina extra move phase that the Amazon already has, she could be getting 6 phases a turn for the rest of the game if she can pick up these boots. She can afford, with her 10 starting gold, to pay up to double the price. And since the patrol who has these are friendly to her, there's a decent chance she could get these from them. What she doesn't care about is any of these chits anymore. The shaman's friendly to her, but that's really no use in the solo game because all he has is spells and, visitors and denizens will always buy your stuff full price, whether they like you or don't like you. So doesn't buy anything there. You can't hire the shaman or anything. All right, so my plan is to go get those 7-league boots. And since we're going to start playing a little risky, my plotted move for turn 15 is going to be to move to Ruins 5 and then up to the house in Bad Valley. And then I'm going to do 2 rest phases to get these fight chits back out of fatigue. You notice I'm not going to hide anymore, even though the wood folk and the soldiers are still there at the house. There's a chance they might decide they don't like my looks tonight. But I have to roll really unlucky, and hopefully I won't do that. It could end things pretty quick. So let's hope that doesn't happen. Because right now, I mean, even if I roll a 6, so what can happen is at the end of the day, she'll be in the clearing with one friendly group, the patrol, and 2 neutral groups, the woodfolk and the soldiers. There's nothing bad that'll happen to her on the friendly column of the meeting table, but there's a chance if she rolls a 6 on the neutral table, then she has to roll in the unfriendly table, and blocker battle means they would want to fight her. Insult and challenge costs her notoriety or fame, but you can go negative with those. And I don't really need the 6 notoriety to pick up the escort party now, so I don't really care about losing notoriety. So the only really bad thing would be get a 6 and a 6. So we're going to take our chances because it's time to take chances now with only 2 weeks left in the game and no escort parties or food nails for me. So she's going to flip up. And we're going to go to day 15. The monster roll is 4-4. And she moves 1, 2, 3 to the house. And a 4 would mean the Lancers, but the Lancers don't show up at the house, only the wood folk and the patrol, and they're both already there. So let's see how things go on the meeting table. First, my meeting with the wood folks. And, of course, I roll a 6. And I roll another 6. So now the wood folks are going to fight me tonight. And this may be a short replay. So then the soldiers. Soldiers do not care about me tonight, but the wood folk, I don't know. I think they're maybe mad I didn't get that bow from them, so we're going to have to fight some. So what I did was I rolled a 6 for trouble. I had to roll in this column. I rolled a 6 again, block battle. Although this says when rolled during trade or hire, it also happens. When the character rolls this result during the evening, the native group starts battling him in that clearing. So we're going to have to fight some archers. They always start out on their light side. We can see here that the archers have a vulnerability of medium. They're not armored, so the Amazon can kill them easily enough. They do have a good bounty and notoriety and 2 gold for killing them. So if we can get through this fight without getting killed, maybe we'll get something out of this. Let's see how that goes. If I look at this chart here for the wood folks, this shows on their unalerted side, they don't do any damage at all, but they have a speed of 2. On their alerted side, the wood folk HQ, the leader of the wood folk, he has a attack with a speed of 1, which can undercut any of my move chits. So I don't even have to worry about placing a maneuver I don't have to worry about placing a maneuver chit in battle for the Amazon, because either they won't attack me at all, or if they do attack me, their 1 is going to undercut my best move speed is 3. So I don't have any chance of not getting hit. However, on this side, they also do have a move speed of 4, which I can undercut with my fight chit. Oh, by the way, I did do the 2 rest phases first, so I have these back, which now seems like they'll come in handy, because I'm going to have to spend them to fight these archer. All right, so on this side, they both do the same damage, but the target I want to kill is the leader, because he's the one that has a bow with medium star damage. So I want to take him out first. These ones have the light star damage, and then they roll on the missile table, which we'll look at if they hit me. And because they're archers, you can see here that when rolling for an archer's attack, they only roll 1 die. So, and you can see there it also notes they don't attack when they're light side up, which is how they start. So I am going to play a fight M3 chit, which I'm going to need if they flip over to the other side. It doesn't matter really what direction, you're just hoping. And I don't really even need to play a maneuver chit, as I said, because either they're going to hit me with their speed, or they're not going to hit me. So we're going to put the shield, I guess, here, and the breastplate, and the helmet. And let's see if I can survive this fight. So the first thing we're going to do is to roll to see if these archers change the boxes that they're in. And I rolled a 1, which actually works out really good for me again. Because if I look over here, I rolled a 1. The Denizen in box 1 stays in box 1. The 1 in 3 moves to 2, and the 1 in 2 moves to 3. So these guys will switch, although they're identical, so it doesn't really matter. But the most important part is this guy stays here. So even though this move chit is a 3, and his speed is a 2, I'm going to hit him and kill him, but he may do damage to me first, because in the first round of combat, it's longest weapons first, and he's got a bow and I've got a short sword. So now that we've determined what boxes they stay in, we have to look to see if they switch tactics. What that is, you roll 2 dice, and if you get a 6, they flip over to their dark side. So first for the leader, he does not flip. Then we're going to roll for the 1 in box 2. He flips. And then the 1 in box 3 does not flip. So we have to resolve these attacks. there's going to be 2 hits. I'm going to hit this guy because they match direction, and this elf is going to hit me because his move time of 1 would beat any maneuver I could put here. So I couldn't get away from getting hit. He would always undercut me. So let me find the missile table. And of course, it's always the table I don't have handy. There we go. Sorry, missile table. So we're going to roll. Right now, this elf is doing light. It's hard to read, but he's doing light star star, so he's doing heavy damage right now. And he rolls 1 die on the missile table. And now I would like a 6. And I get a 3, which means no change. So he does heavy damage. That is going to exceed the weight of my breastplate, which is the one blocking this attack. And, right, that's the one blocking this attack. So heavy damage against a medium breastplate, that's destroyed. And I'm going to take a wound. In the meantime, I do at least kill this archer because they match direction, and I'm doing light medium damage against the medium monster. So one elf down, and I need to put this chit in the use this round box. I played a double move chit, so I'm going to fatigue this fight chit, and you do not have to. So when I have to fatigue asterisks, if I expended 2 fight asterisks, I have to fatigue fight asterisk. But when I take a wound, I can take it of any chit I want. So I'm going to take this move 4 and flip that upside down so that I know that that's wounded. So now I'm missing armor in one place, and I am in some trouble here. So let's see if we can get out of this trouble. All right, I'm just going to put these ones here. I'm going to attack this one because he's a dangerous one right now. And I'm going to at least line him up with my shield if he'll stay there. And again, I've got to put a use my M3 fight chit against his speed of 4. So let's see what happens. First, we're going to roll 1 die to see if they change positions. So I rolled a 6. And the denizen in box 1 is going to move to box 3. And the one in box 2 is going to go to box 1. So he's going to go down here to here. He's going to go up here to here, which at least I have still some armor blocking. And now we're going to roll 1 by 1 to see if they change tactics. So we're going to roll for this guy first. He does not change tactics, so he's not going to damage me this turn. And I would like a 6 for this guy to change tactics. Or do, well, yes, I do. All right, so he does not change tactics. He stays on this side. So now we're actually both going to hit again. So he is going to hit me because, again, his speed of 1 would beat any maneuver speed I could do. And even though I'm not matching his direction on his dark side, he has a speed of 4, and I'm using a fight M3. So I'm going to undercut him and hit him. So in the second round, it's not the longest weapon, it's the fastest speed. So he's going to hit me first, and we're going to roll on the missile table again and hope for something higher than a 3, which would be nice. And no, 3 means no change. So again, there goes my helmet, is gone. And I'm going to take another wound. So over here, I'm going to need to fatigue another move 1 asterisk, and I'm going to have to wound another chit. So now I got 2 fatigued chits and 1 wounded one. The good news, at least, is now I kill this guy as well. So I have two of the archers dead at the cost of 2 pieces of weapon, or 2 pieces of armor and a wound. So the only thing now is to attack this guy. Again, I got to use the 3 in case he flips over. I'm going to hope that he stays where he is. I'm going to leave the shield where it is. Let's see how we make out. First, we roll 1 die to see if he stays where he is or not. I'm hoping for a 1 or a 4. And I get a 4. Great. Now I'm hoping when they change tactics that I do not get a 6. But I seem to get a lot of 6s with these dogs. No 6. He does not change tactics. And even though his speed is 2, because he stayed in that box, right? 4, 1 in box 1 stays in box 1. I matched directions, and I actually got out of there very wounded and losing most of my armor. But I did kill 3 archers. There's that. So what that's going to get me is 4 notoriety for the first one, 8 notoriety for the second one, that's 12, and then 16 notoriety for the 4-8, 12. I'm going to get back to you on that. It's been a while since I killed 3 archers in 1 turn. So I got to get back to you on that. Stay tuned. All right. As soon as I hit stop on recording, I realized I was getting the calculations for notoriety correct. It's just, you're recording something for the first time. You're just like double doubting everything you're saying. Did I get that right? I hope I got that right. But there was something actually I got wrong. So let's cover that first. And then I also got the chance to look up a couple more questions I had. So let's cover the mistake I made first. So you can see that elf does light, star damage, which I said was light, medium, heavy damage. And when I rolled no change on the missile table, I said, oh, it did heavy damage, so it destroyed my armor. But I forgot that armor actually, and I should know this, right? Because I kept saying how the armor, or the armor on the monster cancels the star on my sword. The armor also cancels 1 star on the bow attack, so it really only do light, 1 star, medium damage. So the 2 times when I got no change, it would have done medium damage on both of those. So instead of destroying my breastplate and my helmet, it actually only damaged them. So I still have them in their damaged state. And the part I did get right, of course, was the wounds. I did still have to take 2 wounds, even though the armor stopped the damage totally from reaching me. I had to take 2 wounds. All right, so my calculations, the other questions I looked up was when I thought they were destroyed. I was like, where do they go when they're destroyed? It turns out that shields and helmets are returned to the shoulders and breastplates to the guard. So the my helmet and my shield would have gone to the soldiers, and my breastplate would have gone to the guard if they'd been destroyed. But they weren't destroyed; they're just damaged right now. So I did have my calculations right. I basically get 4 notoriety for killing the first one, 8 notoriety for killing the second one, and 12 for killing the third one. So 12 and 8 and 4 is I get 24 notoriety. You don't get any multiplier on the gold, so I'm going to get 24 notoriety and 6 gold for killing these archers. We'll mark that on here now. Let's get my fight chit back. I still have to fatigue fight asterisk. So what I will do is fatigue this double asterisk heavy fight chit. And if you fatigue a 2 asterisk chit, you get a 1 asterisk back. So I'm going to take back that fight N4. And the end result of those archers is I'm going to end up with 3 asterisks of fatigue and 2 wounded chits. My sword comes back, and we're going to, this is day 15. So we're going to get 24 notoriety. We're now up to 30 notoriety. We're going to get 6 gold. We're up to 16 gold. It's a start. I only needed 20 notoriety. And the other question I had to look up was somebody had mentioned on one of the videos, do I not like the 3rd edition rules or not use the 3rd edition rules? I have them here. I do use them. And this was a case where I used them to look up something I was not sure about. And that was when the elves and the archers died, their treasures and their weapons get abandoned in the clearing in one pile. And my question was, is there a specific order that they're in? And 3rd edition says, yes, treasures on the bottom, weapons next, and you just shuffle the weapons up. The reason there's 2 light bows and a medium bow, so all this is going to go out to the house. Let's clean this up a little here. This is all at the house. So these things get abandoned at the house. And that changes next turn. I now have 16 gold. And there's a nice pile to loot there. So I think I'm going to, for day 16, I'm going to do some looting of those abandoned items from the archers. So let's see how that goes. So my turn for day 16 is I'm going to stay at the house. I think I'm going to spend, I am actually going to at least do one hide phase, because if anything, that experience with the woodfolk taught me is I don't want to take the chance of the soldiers deciding they want to fight me next. That one I definitely would not survive. So I think I am going to do one hide phase. I'm going to do 2 loot phases, and then I'm going to trade for the 7 league boots. And now I can afford, with the gold I got from killing the elves, I can afford to pay 3 times the price, the base price of the 7 league boots. So it's hide, loot, and trade is going to be. So we're going to move to day 16, and we're going to do our monster roll of 3 and 4. That's not going to matter too much because the patrol's already there, and the lancers won't show up there, and no monsters will show up there. So we're going to roll on the loot table. Which is here. Now I'll probably roll a 6 again. And of course, that's what I do. So I roll on the loot table again. And I get a 5. So at least I'm going to get a small treasure off the bottom of this stack. So let's see what I got out of this. And that light bulb was on top. All right. Oh, great. The dragon essence. Okay. So this acts like a smoke chit when you're in caves and mountain tiles. So it basically is a dragon magnet. It supplies purple magic in this clearing all the time. It is a great treasure. The problem is, do I really want to carry it around? It gives me an extra 20 fame, but I'm already hitting my, or extra 20 notoriety, but I'm, and minus 10 fame. So I do not think I want to keep this because I'm going to need some 20 fame. So having minus 10 plus attracting dragons is not something I'm too keen about. So on the last trade phase, I'm going to meet with the friendly patrol to try to buy and I get a 2 on the friendly, which is a price times 2 for the 7 league boots. So that would be 10 gold. I'm going to sell them this dragon essence for 3 gold, so I'm only going to have to spend 7 of my gold, and this is going to go face up in the clearing, this clearing for the rest of the game, where it will not, it'll supply purple magic for anyone who wants it, but that's not me. And I'm going to collect these 7 league boots officially. And the last thing I want to do is I forgot to do my hide roll. So let's do that. And I am hidden. And I have the 7 league boots. And I've killed 3 elves. And I think I'm going to note my loss of 7 gold down to 9 gold. And I'm just going to leave this video at the first 2 days of week 3. I think that's enough for tonight.